That's to pay homage to all the people that have the COVID-19, the first responders, paramedics, doctors, nurses, family members, everybody around the world. We're all innocent. We're all innocent. And this program here is to educate, to entertain, and to offend everybody on the planet at least once. And I hope I do that. Yeah. Boy, I look like shit today. That's for damn sure. But let's see what's going on. You know, same old shit, same old shit. I saw where Antifa and Black Lives Matters are in Portland, and the Proud Boys and the Patriots were right there to help the police, and they need to put a stop to that. You know, when people start vandalizing stuff, looting, destroying other people's property, there's a problem there, big time, you know. Well, it looks like I got one viewer, so that's a good thing. Happy Sunday. Hopefully you're doing well. Yesterday we were talking about guns, and here in the United States, you know, you have the right to bear arms. But I don't know about the people that come from different countries if they can get guns or not. I don't know. But yeah, we have an abundance of weapons here in the United States. You know, I have 2 guns, like I said before, but I just have it for home invasion. Basically, that's all it is, just protection. I don't ever shoot them or anything. And what else is going on? COVID-19 still going strong, you know. I woke up about 4:30 or so, and I felt fine, 4:30 this morning. Ate breakfast. I had hash browns, toast, and eggs. I put some peppers and onion in the hash browns. And when I woke up, I went back to bed about 5:30 or so, and I had these 2 marks. How's it going, Mr. Fox? How you doing? I'm doing okay. I look like shit, but I feel good. You know, I look like shit, but I feel all right. But I had 2 marks when I woke up. Went back to bed. Usually get up about 5:30 or so, but this morning I got up at 4:30, and I ate, and I thought, well, shit, I'll go back to bed. Went back to bed till about 9. And then when I woke up, I had these marks. So I don't know if that's an allergic reaction or what the hell. But I'm doing good. Hopefully you're doing good too, Mr. Fox. And if that other guy's watching, I did watch his show that he wanted me to watch. It's called, good. Glad to hear it. What's it called? Dead Man's Shoes. Dead Man's Shoes. I watched it. I'm glad I did watch it. I don't think I'll ever watch it again. But it's kind of a different story, kind of a different thing. But I did watch Dead Man's Shoes yesterday. It's a British show, you know, independent film. You can tell it's independent, and they didn't make any money off of it. I think it cost 700,000 pounds to make, and it probably only made maybe 500,000, you know, at the box office. So I don't know if it ever made it out on DVD or whatever, you know, if they made their money back. But it's hard to make movies, you know, if you're independent. Hey, Tim. Yeah, same to you, Tricia. Hopefully you're doing good. Hopefully your mom's okay. You know, we're all getting old, you know. But hopefully she's doing fine. And the riots and stuff here, it's just nuts, you know. I don't even know what they're rioting for, you know. In Portland's just crazy. It's just like Chicago, you know. Chicago, they don't have the riots, but they have the violence and shit like that. And they need to put a stop to it. See, like the Proud Boys and the Patriots, they went in there to try to help the police. Because what's weird is these guys, crime pays for these people because they don't get punished. They don't get punished, you know. They get arrested. They may get charged or whatever, but in the long run, they don't have to pay. Do you believe in defunding the police? I don't believe in defunding the police. I do not, you know. I don't. Because if they do, they're going to be bringing in military police, like I said before. And when they do that, everybody's going to have machine guns. You know, everybody be carrying an M16 at all times. Not everybody, the police, though. You don't know? I don't think they should defund it. I honestly don't. They need to weed the fucking bad ones out. That's what they need to do. They need to weed the bad ones out because I know for a fact, I know this for a fact, that some of them are ex-military, They would join the military. They didn't like it. They for some reason the military didn't let them do what they wanted to do. And then they got recommendation after they got back out of the military. They got recommendation that they were in the military, so they joined the police force just to carry a gun, just to show the power. And they're terrible police officers out there. They're awful. They're awful. Like I said, the last time or a couple times ago, they were talking about the Golden State. Not my penis. What's up with you, Juan? But the Golden State Killer, where Juan's at. Um, that dude got away with it for a lot of years, man. A lot of years. And oh, they caught him, and he confessed. So he's not going to get the death penalty. He's going to get life in prison. But he was a police officer, and he raped and he killed a lot of people. A lot of people. So those are the type of people that don't need to be police officers because they know they can get away with it. I don't know how they caught it because I didn't keep up on that trial or whatever. If the DNA showed or what's going on. But it's the same guy that did George Floyd. He was a bad cop. No matter how you look at it, he's a bad cop. But George Floyd is no angel either. He's no angel. Um, More than likely he was a drug addict. They found fentanyl in his system and cocaine or something like that, methamphetamine. I don't know what it was. But he was in the store, tried to pass off a $20 bill. $20? What the hell? What's society coming to? It cost him his life, and it cost a lot of people a lot of money. Over George Floyd. It's sad. It's sad. And the elections going on here in the States. Trump. To me, he's the best candidate that I see. Yeah, I think they do too. They have to. They have to. They have to put martial law into it because the civilians are starting to help the police. Because see what's strange is the people that are rioting. Okay, they know that they're going to get away with it. They know that they're going to get away with it because when they go to court, it's malicious damage to the property. Just like the lady that was staying here, she told me what's going to happen. I'm going to win. That's just like the people that they burn down their businesses and loot, break the windows and stuff like that. And those people are going to be charged. They're going to be charged. But the thing is, all it does is go on their credit report. There's no way you can collect from those people, and they know that. Okay, some of the police go there, and they kind of rough them up a little bit. Next thing you know, you got somebody there with a camera saying, "Hey, look at this guy." Then they got a fucking defense lawyer. He's going to sue the fucking police officer, going to sue the mayor, going to sue the state, going to sue the city, going to sue the United States, going to sue the president, going to sue the world, going to sue God. You know what I'm saying? And they know that they're going to get away with it. So the Proud Boys, I think they're called Proud Boys. I don't know. They're like patriots, I guess. And some of the other bikers are coming into Portland and stuff. Trying to support the police because these guys are just stupid people. They're just stupid people, man. They have to stop. And just like that guy in Sturgis, all he did was kick the bike. Okay, no big deal. Yeah, it's an entitlement issue. Yeah, but they had the defense lawyers. That's what sucks, man. Those sweet bastards, all they are just fucking swindlers, they're there for the money. They fucking lie. And a lot of them end up to be politicians, They lie. They learn to lie in college because they want to become a defense lawyer or a lawyer or whatever. All lawyers lie. And they don't give a fuck as long as they get their money, as long as they get their money. But they work their way up and become mayors, senators, governors, and then all the way up to the maybe even president, And it's sad. It's sad, and they don't care about lying. They don't care at all. But I don't know if you guys are Trump supporters. I don't know what to think about Biden. He's been in the office for 50 years. He's been there for 50 years. And if you ain't got your shit together in 50 years, you're not going to get your shit together in a couple months. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he has his shit together. I honestly don't. And the people from San Francisco, Pelosi, and Kamala Harris, whatever the hell her name is, they need to go out there and they need to pick up the feces, human feces, off the streets. They need to do it themselves. They need to do it. Same with the lady that got busted for college stuff. She paid $500,000 to get her kids into college. I don't know if it's Harvard or where the fuck it was, but anyway, they got busted. Her and her husband, and they have to pay a fine. They have to do jail a couple months, but they have to do community service. If I was a judge, I would make them go out on the streets of San Francisco, and I'd make them pick up human feces. And the money that the fine, give them to the homeless, because I think they have to pay like $140,000, and go out there and find a couple homeless people that really want to get off the street, and give them a lift up, excuse me, a hand up instead of a handout. You know what I'm saying? Because they had $500,000, and they're not the first. They're not the only ones. A lot of rich people have done that because their kids are fucking idiots. Their kids are fucking spoiled. They go to colleges, and what's bad is the fucking colleges know about it too. So the dean, whoever fucking takes them, they need to be fucking punished too, man. They need to go to jail, and it needs to come out. Everything needs to come out. But that's Lori Loughlin, I think her name is. But her good looks can only last for so long. She is a good looking lady, even at her age now. And she got caught, she got busted, her and her husband. But $500,000 is nothing to them. It's crazy. No, just homeless people. There's a lot of homeless people in San Francisco, LA, all in the big cities. That's what they do. They don't have restrooms or porta potties or anything. And a lot of them are on drugs. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Fox? It's homeless in the big cities, San Francisco and LA and different places like that. And they don't care, pull their pants down, take a shit right there. And they have to bring in the city's sanitation department to hose the cities down, to clean up the feces and stuff. And it's sad. Yeah, there's trash everywhere, man. Trash in LA. I haven't been to LA forever. I don't want to go back. I hate that place. Yeah, some people are hitting hard times, and they should have respect, not to poop on the sidewalks or pee in the corners or whatever. But I heard some people went to San Francisco, and they say that the streets smell like urine in some places. You can just smell it constantly, and they don't care. They don't care. This is a way to stop it in a way, because yeah, maybe in the bushes, yeah, fertilize a bush. I don't know, but yeah, don't. Like, I think if you even go to YouTube and you watch people taking dumps, even in the grocery stores, look that up. People pooping in the grocery store, man. They'll just pull their pants down and take a dump right in the grocery store. Now that's sick. But the way to kind of stop this, okay, the jobs ain't coming back. I don't see the jobs coming back. I'm not going back to work. I don't care. I've done my time. Leave that to somebody else. There's jobs out there for somebody. But yeah, you can see people. I can see people smoking meth without even being on YouTube. Let me see, what was I saying? I got sidetracked. Oh yeah, to stop the homeless. See, there's gonna have to be universal basic income. I don't really believe in that, but it's gonna have to happen. It's gonna have to happen. Not $1,000 to everybody out there. Not 1,000. That's bullshit, man. Oh well, you're lucky, Mr. Fox. That's all you need to see. That's enough. And instead of giving everybody $1,000, they should give it $1,000 per household. So that means you have to live in a house, an apartment, a trailer, or whatever, a motel. And that will bring some of the people off the streets to get off the streets, to get into a place to be stable. And the way to do that, you check their heating bills, light bills, or whatever from the city, and you can get a hold of the landlords and stuff like that to see if they've been there for a while. But it's going to have to come down to universal basic income, because the jobs ain't coming back. The politicians will fiddle the fuck around forever. Yeah, okay. The people that owe back money to like the landlords and stuff like that, they need to pay them first. Like some of the landlords are hurting because some people haven't paid rent for the last 5 months. You know what I'm saying? So, like if they give universal basic income, they need to pay their bills. The landlords, whatever they have, the electric department or whatever, first. You know what I'm saying? Because what other bills do they have? I don't know, but more than likely they can get food at food banks or stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But times are going to get hard. It's going to get harder. The jobs ain't coming back. They're not coming back. And AI is going to take over. Even here in this town, I live in a small town, but at least probably 2 or 3 days out of the week, they're still getting, what are they called? Border holds. They arrest people for being illegal immigrants. They put them in the jail, and then I think they deport them. They give them a day in court or whatever first, and then they get rid of them somehow. But a few years back, they were coming here by thousands, thousands and thousands, and we didn't stop them. And it's just a sad situation. It's screwed up. Somehow they need to fix their country. I know their country's corrupt too, but somehow they need to revolt in their country and try to take it over. But there's not a solution because the politicians, they're supposed to send out another $1,200 check. I don't know when. I don't think anybody knows. I see the people on YouTube, they keep advertising, stimulus check, blah, blah, blah. And like 50,000 people get onto that site just to see when the stimulus checks are coming. They don't have a clue either. It's kind of funny. Let's see what else is going on. All the fires in California, that's shitty, man. How about it, Juan? You smell like smoke there? Because the smoke hit here the other day, really bad. And like I said before, we need to get together as human beings. When I was in the guards, I talked to people that were in the Air Guard or maybe even the Air Force. It's captains and above, captains, lieutenant colonels, majors. I don't think generals, but they're the flight boys. Anybody below a captain cannot fly the jets. You have to be an officer to fly. And I asked this one guy one time, well, what? And they have to put in so many hours. What did you do for your flight time? He says, well, I flew to Canada and had lunch and came back. But to me, what I think they need to do is whenever there's a thunderstorm, I know there's thunderstrikes and stuff like that. I know that there's a lot of them. Get the people from the Air Guard, put them to work. Don't put them to play. You know what I'm saying? Where's Beatrice been? I thought she was with you. But anyway, have the jets and just fly over there because they have thermals. Like when I was in a tank, it had thermal imaging system, white hot or black hot. So when you see the troops, you turn it's called the TIS, thermal imaging system. And it's kind of like prejudice. Like if you're white, you could click it and the troops would be black. And if you're black, click it, the troops would be white hot or black hot. I always thought that was fucking weird. You know what I'm saying? So it's all psychological. Why don't they have an orange or green or red or purple or whatever? But it's either black or white, But in the jets, they can have a thermal imaging system, which is, I think it's called flare now. It's called flare. They can go past it as soon as they know that there are lightning strikes. Because the computer can tell where the lightning hits. We have technology today that tells you a lot of shit. And they can just go past that, have the thermals, and see if there's a hot spot. If there's a hot spot, bring in the helicopters, dump the water, dump the chemicals, and then go back and see if the fire's been put out. Don't fucking wait 2 fucking weeks till after it's burned, 50,000 acres and say, oh shit, what are we gonna do? And then burning down houses, telephone poles, people go without power. You know, we need to think because this shit's been going on for 100 years, in the United States, and we don't do nothing about it till it's too fucking late, and then just costs millions and billions of dollars every fucking year, for what? And I've been to Germany, and they have what do they call forest meisters? I think it's called forest meisters. They take care of the area. They go in there, make sure everything's clean and all that stuff. See, here, we just let the shit grow and grow and grow and grow, and we don't clean it up. And we should use it to burn fire, have firewood or whatever, because sooner or later it's going to go up in smoke anyway. Just give it time, and it's going to catch fire. It's going to burn. It's going to burn for a long time. So why not use it for heat energy? A lot of people complain, puts out too much pollution. Your wood burning stove and stuff like that. But look at the pollution. We got pollution all the way from California here in Idaho because of the wind, the way that the current is. And that's what's crazy about the climate change. It's starting to get hotter the further north. It's getting hotter and hotter. You can't change it. There's nothing you can do about it. I don't know if they screwed it up. It's called HARP. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of HARP out of Alaska. They've been doing that ever since the 50s. And they've been trying to change the weather. The human beings have been trying to change the weather. It's in Alaska. Fucking stupid fucking people. I don't know why they do that shit. What else is going on? How's Hawaii doing? How's Texas doing? How's England doing? How's California doing? Anybody out there? How are you guys doing? But yeah, I watched that movie yesterday. It's called Dead Man's Shoes. It's a foreign film, foreign for us. I think it's pretty sure it's out of the UK. And I don't think it was Australia, but I think it was the UK. But anyway, they were giving drugs to this mentally challenged kid, and his older brother found out he was out in the military, and then same old, same old. Yeah. Hopefully, it's not raining too much there. I always wanted to go to England, I always did, but I had some friends that went to London, and they were at the airport, and they said it was just fucking crazy. But that's like 20 years ago. But I don't know if you've seen that one, Dead Man's Shoes. It's probably a better film for you guys to watch. But I do. I like independent films, like I said before. Boys Don't Cry. The person that was going to watch that, he went to sleep, which it would. It would bore a lot of people. It's not a fast-paced movie, but it's a true story. Boys Don't Cry. I like those type of movies. Yeah, yeah. That's the thing about Hawaii. Um, I don't know if there's a lot of jobs there. Because when I was there, I asked um, to buy something. I asked the locals, what can I buy that's made in Hawaii? Join the cult channel. I don't know. You know, I'm not into cultism. I know most about most cults anyway. They're all just fucking stupid idiots. See, a lot of them now are into fucking molesting kids and shit like that, drinking blood. It's called spirit cooking. You ever heard of that? They fucking have blood and they have fucking parts of shit like that, and they put it in the food, and people eat that shit. Devil worshippers. I'm not into it. I believe in Christianity. I believe in God. But the thing, when I was in Hawaii, I asked a local, what is made here, because everything's shipped in. All your trinkets and what do they call them? Gifts and all that shit's made in either Taiwan, um, Philippines, Indonesia, or something like that. He says basically the only thing you can get here in Hawaii is like a painting. Blood over in intentions. I don't know. All I know is spirit cooking. But anyway, they said that all you could get there was like paintings from local artists and stuff like that, because there's no factories. There's no. They don't produce nothing in Hawaii. It's all shipped in. They produce pineapple and farm stuff like that, marijuana. I see a YT video about them, uh, about the occultism and shit like that. See, that's what's crazy. That shit's been around forever, man, and it's in a lot of the churches, and people don't realize it. But the occultism, it's crazy. Okay, see, Alex or Crowley, he's probably from where you're at, and personally myself, I think he was Jack the Ripper, because when his father died, he fucking went off the deep end. He was only like, I don't know, maybe 9, 10, 11 years old, but he had some money. And back then, people were poor in England, in London. They were fucking poor. Most of them were, just barely scraping by. And, like if you had 20 shillings or whatever the fuck they had back in those days, I don't know what they had. But the very first Jack the Ripper victim lived for a short period. And she said a kid was with him. There was a little boy with him. And I honestly think that was Aleister Crowley, the wickedest man in the world. A lot of people may disagree with me, but he had money to get from Cambridge or wherever he was from to London, a couple hundred miles or whatever the fuck it was. But he had money. But he went off the deep end when his dad died. Yeah, they have small farms in Hawaii, but I don't think they produce anything. They have, like I said, pineapples and macadamia nuts, which that is planted in there. Back in the 40s and 50s, somebody brought the macadamia tree and it spread out. It's good. They got marijuana, like I said. Everybody heard of the Maui Wowie and shit like that. I don't even know if marijuana is legal in Hawaii. I don't know. But most of the money is coming from tourism, and it's sad. But that was the island where I was on Oahu. I like to ask people what's going on, how they're doing, and stuff like that. I used to smoke weed. I just can't afford it anymore. I think if I don't pass a law where you could grow it, I would grow it and smoke it again. I smoked it for fucking years and years and years and years, and I don't see anything wrong with it. It's not for everybody, but the prices are just too much. I think the weed's better now. I knew it would be, because back in the day when they separated the male and the female plants, because back in the day everyone wanted sensibilia. Everybody wanted that, But now that's all they have is sensibilia, seedless weed, and all they did is separate the male from the female. And I knew that. I grew it back in 1978, 79. I grew it in my basement. Okay, I don't know what that is. Is that weed that you're talking about? But it's not for everybody. But as soon as you separate the male from the female, the THC level on most plants will just skyrocket. Instead of making seed, it makes THC. But still, you can get plants without any THC in it. But I see nothing wrong with smoking weed at all, at all. You just don't take it to work. You don't take it in public. You don't drive. You don't watch your kids with it. And it helps a lot of people, to cope with the daily bullshit on a day-to-day basis. I hadn't smoked weed for a long time. Last time I did smoke it, I got really paranoid, you know. I smoked some and I thought, what the fuck? Somebody's coming over here. Somebody's coming over here. I know somebody's going to come. Somebody's going to come. And I thought, fuck, nobody's been here for 6 months. Why are they coming now? You know, after I start thinking about what's going on. But I have nothing against weed. It needs to be legalized around the world. You know, around the world, it needs to be legalized. People don't need to be going to jail for it, not unless they're doing stupid shit, not unless they have, you know, tons of the stuff. But you know, when somebody gets busted with 3 ounces and it's a felony, okay, yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that word. It's pretty hard for me. But yeah, when somebody gets busted with 3 or 4 ounces or something like that, and they do 10, 15, 20 years of hard time for marijuana, that's a crime right there, man. You know, nobody should have to do that. And like if you're growing a plant, it's a felony. You know, they're gonna lock your ass up. I believe that's a crime. You know, some people need to smoke weed. They honestly do. They need to smoke weed. Some people don't at all. At all. It's the same with alcohol. Some people can handle alcohol. Some people can't. You know, the chemicals are gonna fuck you up. You know, if you do chemicals, sooner or later, it's gonna catch up with you. It's gonna change your fucking body system, your DNA, whatever, your thinking. You start doing chemicals every day, no matter what it is, from aspirin to freaking acid or whatever. I don't know, but you know, when you start doing a chemical, it will screw up your body system. Same with alcohol. You know, when you drink alcohol, if you drink it for so many damn years, forever, that's the only drug that will kill you if you don't have it. The rest of the drugs, you think you're going to die, but you're not going to die. You're not going to die. You know, like if you're on heroin or whatever and you don't have heroin, you're fucking getting sick and you think, oh my God, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. Marijuana is just psychological. You know, nothing's going to happen. You're like, fuck, I'm out of weed, damn it. But alcohol, after you're addicted to alcohol and you've done it for so many years, your body needs it. It's the only drug that you'll die if you don't have it. You know, that's what's weird about alcohol. See, most drug addicts, when they start taking drugs, they take a little bit. Yeah, it's good for you. You know, I'm glad. I'm glad you do. Is it legal in Hawaii? I don't know. Okay, watch the Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia. Those guys were fucking sniffing gas and drinking gas. Crazy motherfuckers. But anyway, okay, like when you start doing drugs or whatever, it only takes a little bit, you know, it'll get you high. And then as you do it over the years and over the years, you grow a tolerance to it, and you do more and more and more. You know what I'm saying? But alcohol, you know, it takes a little bit, but after a while, you can drink 6 pack, cold pack, whatever, drink a fifth or whatever. But then after you've done it for years and years and years, a little bit of alcohol will get you high. Wow. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is, man. Fucking butane or what it is. I don't know. I've never heard of that shit. Some people puking blood for not having gas. That's that's sad, man. That's that's those aren't even really drugs. I don't think. Tell you a crazy story about Beatrice. Let me think. Let me think. Okay, I've told this one before. Yeah, yeah. Because when I was there, people were smoking weed anyway at the parks and stuff. They didn't care. Well, I got a lot of crazy stories about Beatrice, but the one that really gets me, this is the one that really gets me, is she was fucking bitching to me to give her a ride to get fucking beer and cigarettes. Take me to the store, get beer and cigarettes. Take me to the store. You know, finally I fucking gave up. You know, I couldn't see. I just fucking got tired of her fucking bitching. And she can't go to every store. Let's see. Oh yeah, man, it's a fucking crazy one. It's true. It's a true fucking show, man. But anyway, Beatrice has been kicked out of all the fucking local convenience stores, whatever. She can't go. She can only go to one or two. So I have to go out of the fucking way to take her there. So we get there. She goes in and gets her beer and cigarettes. I come home. We're coming home. Pulling in her driveway. She's got beer and cigarettes. She fucking opens up the fucking car door really fast because there's a car coming down the street. Pick up. She fucking runs out in the street. Fucking shaking her hands, shaking her hands. Hey, 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 stop. And I'm thinking she's going to tell this guy I fucking raped her or I'm trying to kill her or whatever. And the guy fucking, he rolls down the window and she goes, hey, do you have a cigarette? You know, now that's fucking crazy. But I got different stories I just can't think right now. But that one there sticks into my mind, you know, because I thought for sure she's going to point the finger at me somehow, some way, you know. But she just stopped a guy off the street, fucking, you know, doing 20, 25 miles an hour through the fucking neighborhood and just fucking ran out there and flagged him down. And she already had a full pack of cigarettes and a 40, you know, brand new right there. Did he have one? I I don't think he did. If he did, I don't think he wanted to share. You know, I think he just told her to get the fuck away or something like that. Because I've seen that truck in the neighborhood. You know, the same truck. It's an old dude, older than me. You know, he's probably 70 years old or whatever, gray hair and shit. And I think he is a smoker. You know, but I don't think he gave her one. I think he just said, "Fucking get away from me, kid." You know. I think. I didn't know what they said. I just heard you say, "Hey, you got a cigarette?" And I just fucking went in the house. It's like, fuck this shit. I don't even want this guy even looking at me. But he was in an old um, pickup, you know, probably in the 70s or 80s, beat up, piece of shit. Um, because I live in between two um, trailer parks, and some of the people there are pretty poor. You know, they don't have too much. You know, their cars are beat up, the houses are beat up, and they don't really have too much of a life. But that's the guy that did it. He's the one that went by. But I'm pretty sure he was a smoker, but he didn't give her one. What else is going on? Yeah, the lady in Chicago, the mayor of Chicago, some of the protesters went to her neighborhood and she got pissed off. You know, that's funny because she let them fucking loot fucking Chicago and shit like that. But when the looters come to her neighborhood, she has a problem with it. But hopefully everybody's doing good. Hopefully everybody believes in God. You know, I think God will help us out some way. You know, we don't need to panic. It's like Sandra or Sandra. You know, it's good that you smoke weed. You know, I don't have a problem with it, and I know it helps you. You know, cope with society, cope with anxiety, cope with a lot of shit. You know, people need it. They honestly do. Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm good on food and everything. You know, I don't have a problem. Really, I could isolate for 14 years instead of 14 days. Fuck 'em. I don't like going out in society anymore. You know, there's too many stupid people. Even in this small town, they're just fucking idiots. You know, wherever you go, they act like it's a fucking first day of their job. You know, they've been on the job forever, and they just act like it. It's like, okay, see, tomorrow I'm going to call this place. This is what pisses me off. I showed you this yesterday. Okay, what's this guy's name? He was a good doctor, though, I think. What the hell's his name? It's under somewhere. Wow, I don't know. But anyway, here's my bill. And there's a thing that was $702 for an IV. $702. And what they gave me is they gave me something to lower my blood pressure. And how much was that? $9.78. Okay, that's all they gave me. But the IV was fucking $702. The doctor, I didn't have a problem with the doctor. I had a problem with the nurses. Yeah, the Native Americans knew a lot of shit, man. They do. It's the Christianity, not really Christianity, the Catholics, but I'm gonna put it this way: the Catholics came over and fucked shit up, man. Because the Mayas and the Incas and the Aztecs and then the Navajo and stuff like that, they all had their own gods. They all believed in it. They all believed in higher power. You know. But then when the Catholics came over, they started fucking shit up. Yeah. But anyway, when I was here, I had seven nurses, $700, $702. Okay, that's why I don't like going out in society, because there were seven nurses. Maybe all of them weren't nurses. Maybe some of them were administrative. Because one lady come in there with a cart and had a fucking laptop on it and blah 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 blah, and then another lady. Yeah, I know. The what's it called? TRICARE. Okay. See, I'm retired now in the military. The TRICARE. President Trump passed that the vets. Supposedly I'm a vet, but somebody told me I'm a worker for the state or some fucking thing. But anyway, Trump passed it that we could go to any doctor we want instead of going to the VA because it was backed up. But the what do you call it? The TRICARE is going to pay so much, and supposedly that was really good. It was good. They got their money and they got a little extra, supposedly. But these guys, $702 for an IV. I'm going to call them tomorrow and ask for my paperwork or whatever, see what's going on, because they did a laboratory or whatever. Let's see what's it called, laboratory, $239. See, I'd like to see what the results were, and I'll put it on YouTube. I don't give a shit. But St. Luke's was clean. It was a clean hospital. You know, the doctor was a good doctor. It was the fucking nurses that were fucking morons. It was like the Three Stooges met fucking what's their names? Groucho Marx, the Marx Brothers. The Three Stooges and the Marx Brothers got together. And this was their inbred grandkids or whatever, that was there. There's probably one good nurse, but I had seven. And the first one that went in, she blew my vein. Like, to me, I get crackhead Bob off the street that only had an eighth grade education do a hell of a lot better job than this lady. First one came in, popped my vein. She went out. She told the lady, "I popped his vein." She put a patch on it, a pad, because I was bleeding, and tied it down with a fucking piece of elastic. Keep it going. And more nurses came in and started poking me in the arms, poking me in both the arms. I know they should be covered. They promised that to us. They promised that we'd have to pay a deductible, and they promised us when you turn 60, for the guards, you don't get any medical or anything. They're hoping that you'll die or whatever, but they promised us you'd have a deductible and you'll have medical, dental, and vision. That's what they told us when I was there. And then when I turned 60, you have a deductible, you have a copay, and then you have a percentage that you have to pay. It's like, fuck. What the fuck? They lied to me, man. And I don't have dental. I don't have vision. I had cataract surgery, but that's called medical, I was honestly blind, man. I couldn't see. But anyway, those ladies were fucking idiots. It's like the first day on the job, man. Between all those women there, I bet they had 20 years of college combined. I'll bet you, And they were fucking just stupid. Like I said, St. Luke's, it was a clean hospital. It was clean. I didn't have a problem with the doctor. It was just the nurses. It was like fucking the first day on the job. That's why I don't like going out in public. If you're working with the public, you need to know what the fuck's going on. You need to know your job. It's nuts. People don't know. And if you go to college and become a nurse, you should know what's going on. It seems like one person does this, one person does that, One person does that. She's like $700. Each nurse that come in got a slice of the pie. $700. You know, each one of them gets a slice. And I was thinking that's why the bill just kept going up and up and up. It was $2,000 for 2 hours. Uh, I was in the emergency room for 2 hours, fiddle fucking around. You know, I even took videos after the fucking ladies were left. Got out this little fucking camera, did the fucking thing on my arm, saying, "Look at this shit." And then when the doctor came in, man, yeah, says, how do you feel? He said, I feel a lot better when I came in than I do now. I got tattoos on both arms, and I got a tourniquet on this side. I have a tourniquet on one arm and the high blood pressure thing on the other. You know, of course, it's not going to show accurate, and it's a wonder. It's a wonder I didn't go in through open heart surgery. You know, if I didn't say something to the doctor, you know, and there's a nurse there. Listen to what I was saying. There's a doctor and a nurse both, and I told the doctor about that. And then the nurse fucking grabbed a pair of scissors and cut the fucking elastic off me. And then he came back and said, you know, all you have is high blood pressure. And then another lady comes in, a bunch of fucking paperwork, what's it called? Be dismissed out of the emergency room, you're being dismissed, you know. But there's nothing wrong with me. I knew that. My blood pressure's been high all my life, you know. Sooner or later, the doctor's going to be right. Yeah, we said that you're going to have a stroke or a heart attack. It's like, okay, yeah, you've been telling me that for 40 years. But it was the highest ever in my whole life. But I didn't know. I should have known that they're going to check my blood pressure. I should have known that. But I was eating a lot of hot dogs, bologna, sausages, cheese, stuff like that for every meal for like 2 weeks straight. Yeah, why the fuck did they blow the vein? You know, I don't know. But I had a bruise on my arm for a week. It's like, what the fuck? But anyways, I was eating all that shit that was bad. I know it was bad. And that morning I drank a cup of Starbucks espresso, a big cup, you know, maybe even two, I can't remember. But my fucking blood pressure was just fucking off the chart, man. It was 218 over 157. It's never been that high ever, ever, ever. And then the lady says, no, we can't do nothing for you. We're going to have to, we're going to call an ambulance and take you to the emergency room. And I said, no, you know, because it's be another $1,000 right there. And the people that took me to Twin, they took me to the hospital. But the hospital was clean, let me say that. The doctor was good, but the nurses were fucking idiots. Fucking idiots, you know. That's why I don't like to go out in public. Yeah, I don't know why people blow veins. I don't know, you know. Junkies are fucking better than them, you know. Like I said, crackhead Bob, he's got an eighth grade education. He could do better than all seven of them combined. Go figure, you know. But a lot of them are fucking overworked. They're overpaid for sure, I think. You know, I hate to say that about the nurses. There's probably one good nurse there out of the seven. Knew what she was doing. One. That's all I need is one. One good one. That's all I need. Because after they cut the elastic off my arm, the lady came in, she stuck a needle in my arm, took out a tube of fucking blood, in and out in fucking 2 minutes. You know, I didn't even fucking feel it. But the other ones that were fucking poking around, I looked at it and I said, what the fuck, do you use it? Visible leak? I don't have a tattoo, you know. But yeah, it was sad. It was sad. I don't like going to the doctors, you know. And, you know, it's probably going to get worse. But I think they were overworked. A lot of them are overworked. They put in a lot of hours. But they make good money. You know, that's why they charge this much. But they need to be qualified. At least the doctor. See, the doctor's like a babysitter. You know, this is how I look at it. He has to tell these people what to fucking do, you know. There's probably a higher nurse that knows the head nurse. I don't know what the hell they are. But that one nurse that came in, yeah, I haven't spent any time in the hospital. One time I went there for lack of blood. I was spitting up blood, like you said, that one guy. He wrote in and said he was spitting up blood. I was spitting up blood. I went to the hospital because I was lightheaded, shit like that. I was at work. Fucking, I couldn't work. I couldn't do nothing. So I went to the hospital, and they said I hardly had any blood in me. Put me in the hospital, gave me a quart of blood. I was in there a couple, 2 or 3 days. And that doctor did save my life for reals. I know he did. And another time I was in there for crushed hand. I had my hand crushed. I had stitches in each one of these things, just one stitch in each finger. And that was stupid because I went to the ER here in Burley. Wow, that's sad. And you're in your 20s, right, Juan? Uh, but when I went to the emergency room because my hand got crushed, I had stitches. I don't know if you can see that or not. Right here on these. You just turned 18? Wow, that is rough. I didn't know that. See, that's what I don't understand, about people. Some people, they do drugs all their lives. They just do drugs, nothing happens to them. And some people are born with lung damage, you know, kidney failure, bad heart, you know what I'm saying? Arthritis, uh, asthma, shit like that. And life isn't fair, man. It's rough. It's rough. Yeah, that's really sad. I didn't know that, Juan. Really, you need to get out of California for reals. If you want to stay in California, go to Northern California. But I don't know, the air quality isn't any better now because of the fires and stuff. But people, they moved there because of the fresh air back in the day. When Hollywood was first starting up. You know, Los Angeles, it was the land of angels and fresh air and stuff like that. Yeah, the smoke, fucking. See, I don't know if I had COVID-19 or the smoke, but that one day I couldn't talk. I didn't do my channel because I couldn't talk. I couldn't swallow. I had a real bad headache. But I think I did have a mild case of COVID-19, you know, and I just had to get the fever down. And if you have COVID-19, you need to go to the doctor. Don't fucking listen to what I say. But this is what I did for myself. Just took some ice packs, put it on my head, put it on my neck, laid in bed all day, sprayed disinfectant, and my body's ached. I used a body massager and took cold showers and stuff. But I just had to break the fever. After I broke the fever, I was feeling a lot better. And whenever I urinated, it came out bad. It looked like apricot juice. It was that color. I drink a lot of water. It shouldn't be like that. So I had something that went through my system. And I was getting rashes on my fingers and my feet. It's like, what the hell? It's like I got rashes right here. And I don't know, maybe that's food allergy. I don't know. But that was worse because I had a headache from hell and a fever that would not quit because I checked the temperature in my house. I think it was 73, 74 degrees. And I was just sweating bullets. And I had to take care of it, use those ice packs. I didn't have enough. I had 5. And really, I probably needed 10. But I put it on my head, put it on my neck. And it was pretty hard because I would try to use it bare without putting a rag on it. That's how cold it was. And most people couldn't do that. Yeah, I put it on my head because I have hair right here, and it wasn't as bad. But I'd try to use it without putting a rag on it if I could, just to break the fever. Because if you watch the old movies and stuff like that, when the disease came, that's what they did. They always tried to break the fever, somehow. Because they didn't have too many drugs. Back then they could use morphine or whatever, but the doctor was 150 miles away. It'd take him 3 days to get there. It's crazy. Shit, I've been going on for an hour. But anyway, this is Fat Man at Noon. Um, what am I supposed to say? I forgot my saying. Oh yeah, stay straight. Stay straight, stay strong. God bless, take care. See you tomorrow. Thanks Hawaii, California, Texas, England. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Thank you, Mr. Fox. My favorite supporter of England. There's another guy from England. He comes here and watches, what do they call him? Bloody fat American. Let's see what the fuck he's going to say now. A bloody fat American. But anyway, take care. Have a good day. See you tomorrow.